Ready to go? Let's run, man. Oh, Tom, how do I get back in here? You better give me a key. Do you have one? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Wait, I can give you extras. No, you can't take pictures of that.
I went in the class.
On the way to class, you can't do this.
No? If you think it's warm enough. Okay. Is Karen home?
I think so.
Karen, bye-bye. We'll see you guys. I won't be coming back. I'm going back.
Notebook. David Banana, South Pacific, a relay notebook.
As a politician, when we were young and easy and the mercy of his means, the way Dylan Thomas put it. The year was 1937, 61 years ago, the Great American Depression. Nobody was working, especially the actors. They were all at liberty until the Federal Theater came along and gave them jobs. In Chicago, though, there was one company called the Chicago Repertory Group doing plays, as they called it then, of social significance, about strikes and getting a better world. I was a member of that company, and the first play we did was Waiting for Lefty by Clifford Odets. It's about a taxi cab. But we had trouble with our third play called Bury the Dead, an anti-war play by Irwin Shaw. If the dead soldiers come up and will not be buried anymore, burial correct type of play. We couldn't find a kid. I had the role of a burial detail chief, a GI, a William Mullen, Bill Moulton sort of character, burying the dead, very cynical guy. I needed an associate. We had no young kid in our company. It's still a boy meets girl, we need a young kid, a juvenile. A kid comes in named Nate Davis out of nowhere, reads for the part of this young 19-year-old kid, and the director says he's a natural. That was his first time in the theater. And then came another play called Cradle of Rock, folk opera by Mark Wittstein. Orson Welles did it for the Federal Theater in New York, and the opening night was a miraculous one, a long story in itself. We, the Chicago company, did the first production outside of New York. And in that company was Nate Davis. Mark Wittstein, the composer, came to see us one night, and there's certain people he liked, especially young Nate Davis, as the kept poet by Mrs. Mister who ran the town. Years passed, World War II, and in movies, you know how the calendar goes, 1937. Finally, after the war, I'm now somewhat mature in years, shall we say, and I'm in the audience one day seeing a play by Sam Shepard, you know, what's the name of that kid about the death of the child? You know, you got it. And there I see on the stage an old gaffer, and he's quite remarkable. And I said, well, that's the kid. That was the juvenile who became as you know, a very highly respected, stalwart character actor in Chicago. That's why he gets his award now. And I thought to myself, this was known as continuity. This was known as growing old gracefully, but more than that, artistically. He is going with the clock rather than against the clock. And so it's natural that he, Nate Davis, get a lifetime award. My delight then to be here. And I say to him, the dice is yours, kid. Take it.
Here. Oh, excuse me, I forgot. And I am blind. Each year, the Jeff Committee honors excellence not only in the Chicago theater community, but also to non-resident productions that add to our theatrical season. This year is no exception. To present these awards, I introduce a Jeff nominee for actress in a principal role, non-resident, for her performance in The Wizard of Oz, Miss Jessica Grovane.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to present the Jeff Awards for the non-resident categories. For the outstanding production, the award goes to Beauty and the Beast, Walt Disney Productions. Accepting the award is Tony McLean, associate producer.
On behalf of Walt Disney Company, the wonderful, talented cast of Beauty and the Beast, and I also need to thank the terrific crew and the musicians, staff of the Chicago Theater, everybody in Monty Korshak's office, especially the people of Chicago for being a wonderful audience.
For actress in a principal role, non-resident, the award goes to Julie Harris, The Gin King.
all of you tonight and to share this excitement and this love and fellowship in the theater. I have always loved the city of Chicago. I love Chicago. From the first time, and I'll say it was the early 50s when I came here in John Van Bruten's I Am Camera. And to have played last fall with Jim Jensen and Robert Perkins and the beautiful Royal George Theatre across from the Steppenwolf, where I saw our town and Skyline, beautiful productions. And I was reminded last week when I read Ben Brantley's review of Robert Fall's Goodman Theatre production of Death of a Salesman with Brian Dennehy and Elizabeth Franz. And I wanted to get the next plane just to see that production. It sounds wonderful, and I hope it will come to New York. But it was a real thrill to do the gin game at the Royal George. And thank you for your love and support and encouragement. and I thank the whole cast of the gin game, Mr. Charles Durning, Mr. Charles Durning, Mr. Charles. Wonderful, wonderful evening to come to Chicago and to be with you all. Thank you so much.
For actor in a principal role, non-resident, the award goes to Charles Durning.
Town. And I want to also thank Perkins and the Royal George, which is a great figure. And I'm reminded of someone who asked me, why did you choose the theater? And I said, where else could you find such talented, wonderful, great people and be alongside of them? And be there all the time. And I'm also reminded of someone who just asked me how to get started in the theater and what should they learn. And I always say, never leave your wallet in the dressing room.
For actor in a supporting role, non-resident, there are 3 recipients. Sean Earl, Rent. Dirk Lombard, The Wizard of Oz. And Patrick Page, Beauty and the Beast.
Wonderful gift. Sorry. Jonathan Larson for such a wonderful gift. I'd like to thank God for the role of a lifetime. I'd like to thank my director, Michael Grider, for my lease, and Tim Wilde, music director. I'd like to thank our wonderful cast and Cargo audience has been like our #1 audience. I had a wonderful time there for 6 months. And I thank the Jeff Committee for the honor. And good night. Thank you. God bless. There was a lot of thoughts. I hope I can read this. But I would particularly like to thank Madison Square Garden, Tim Hawkins, our producer, Jeff Cohen, everybody at Madison Square Garden with Wizard of Oz, Robert Johansson, our director, Jamie Rocco, our choreographer, for creating a wonderful, fun, spectacular romp down the Yellow Brick Road that we do 3 times on Saturday, 3 times on Saturday. And I'd particularly like to really share this award with my other 3 co-workers and co-actors on stage that I'm out there with the whole time. And that is Ken Page, for part of the time, Francis Rubenbar, for part of the time, for Cowardly Lion, Barry Teeter, for The Scarecrow, our wonderful, wonderful leading lady, beautiful Jessica Grove. For 3 of my months this past year, I've spent in Chicago, rehearsing 2 wonderful, glorious theatrical experiences, the other being Spider-Woman, and I just really have to say, I love being part of this theater community. Thank you. Eileen Bovers, thank you. Gary Griffin, Marlo Lampert, the whole gang, Spider-Woman, Cindy, Steph, my leading man. And everybody, it's a remarkable city. I love Chicago. Thank you so much.
I want to thank everyone who was involved with Beauty and the Beast. The cast was wonderful. A joy to work with every single night. And the producers and the directors who took a chance on somebody who'd never done a musical before, put me into the show. Thank you very much. And we were in Chicago for 6 months, and we had every Tuesday night off. And we were in Chicago for 6 months in the winter. You have 6 months of winter. We were here for all of them. And so thank you, Tony McClay, for booking the tour during winter like that. And the great thing about it was we were off every Tuesday night. And every Tuesday night, I got to go to the theater in Chicago, which had been a dream of mine for years and years. And I saw some of the most extraordinary work I've ever seen anywhere, and it is very humbling and gratifying to be some part of your company tonight.
Play and musical. We present last year's recipient for actress in a supporting role musical, Miss Susan.
I'm so surprised. I really am, and I'm completely honored. I have to use my cheat sheet. I have to thank the Apple Tree Theater and Eileen Bovers. Thank you for keeping my picture and resume on file. You have been nothing but gracious and kind and wonderful and caring. And Eileen, you have just the greatest theater. And I urge anyone to work there if you have the opportunity. Run as fast as you can, because it's probably one of the most creative and rewarding experiences that you can experience in your lifetime. Quickly, Gary Griffin, thank you for being an actor's director. You shaped my characterization of Spider-Woman. I thank you. You're just the greatest. To Marla Lampert for the Jeff Award-winning choreography. You tailored it to me and those 4 boys, and I thank you, thank you, thank you. You are a true friend. To Tom Murray for changing the keys from Cheetah to Vanessa to everybody so it fit my voice so perfectly. To the entire cast of Spider-Woman, I have to name them because they all had an integral part in that show. Marilyn Bogatich, Steph Tovar, who was one of my leading men, Guy Atkins, who replaced Dirk, McKinley Carter, John Alcott, Charlie Clark, Paula Alessandro, my splendid boys, Richard Manera, Sal and Giorgio, Kurt Jesselin, who's in New York, and Chipper Cook. And last but not least, to Mr. Dirk Lombard, because he, from the moment I met him, was a true inspiration, on stage and off. You are a true, true friend, and probably the most wonderful, mismatched tango partner I could ever have. Thank you, it's a true honor.
I keep the finance department in stitches by saying in every meeting after.
Good. When I first was doing it, I was like, oh, this is just like this stupid.
They just need to give you more time, though. You could do so much. You know what I mean? They like cut you off all the time.
I know. They always cut me off when I'm going.
Well, see, the
yes,
and she's watching, viewing with the production, and you can see that all the others that you have. If you look at it, you can tell how the music is put on. You're actually looking at her. And then there's another one where this woman is looking at the guy is looking at her. She's it's just so interesting and so beautiful. I just went on Saturday. I was like, you probably would have had a ordering.
It's just.
I know for other,
Could have been any
like
number.
for Renee, we had one of them and then
Well, part of the reason culture that I'm in.
Watched it a little bit.
Tomas, nice to see you again. If you guys ever need any professional design work,
I write cards.
print or digital media,
How about this?
my people can help.
Okay, how about just like downloading a PDF file? I mean, would you help me with that? Would you?
That's easy. Downloading or
I
reading?
know, but I can read it. Please.
No, I mean, do you have the Acrobat?
Yeah, I can do that. But let me call you. It's probably as simple as a right click. Sometimes that's
Go give your mother a hug there.
right click or kick.
A right kick? A swift
I
kick?
may need a swift kick or a right kick.
we'll see if thank you, everybody.
Thanks for coming.
Now, your tickets are emailed, but you've got the e-ticket. Yeah. Don't confuse it. I'll be like, I sent you the flight information. Someone's giving a recipe, it's visual.
I'm very.
Better do it quickly before I run out of battery.
Just a little, please.
No, the music background's pretty good.
State your name and business.
Trulia Childs here with my prize-winning recipe for fried chicken lips. Yes, you don't know that fried chicken lips are actually a specialty in Auckland, where I'm from. My family's from Auckland, New Zealand, that is. Anyway, fried chicken lips is the part of the chicken that's above the neck and below the head, and it's actually the front part. It's most people call it the beak, but it's the inside tender part of the beak, you know. And you have to harvest the lips. You generally need one pair of lips per guest. So if you've got 10 guests, that's 10 pairs of lips, one upper and one lower.
We'll do the math.
Okay, so you need to get the chicken lips, and you need to get you'll be able to fry them because it's really the best fried in motor oil. Generally, I suggest 30 weight. However, if it's really warm, you could use a 1040. Typically, you take some tongs, quite long, so you don't burn your fingers. And oh, sip of wine, thank you. I learned that from Grom Care. And take the lips, the chicken lips, with the tongs. Quickly deep fry them. Bring them out with a bit of powdered sugar on them. Really quite lovely. Your guests will just die for them. Fried chicken lips. Compliments of Trulia Childs. Thank you.
That's actually the first.
I thought there was something and you put them out. Yeah, the head of it.
Raincoat out. Put your raincoat on.
Oh, there's not a script. It's just.